The whole world is watching the Falcon and the Winter Soldier continue their fight against the Flag Smashers as the increasingly unhinged John Walker continues to tarnish Captain America's shield. Here are some of the Easter eggs you may have missed in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier Episode 4. In the first act of The Whole World is Watching, Sam, Bucky, and Zemo try to get information on Donya Madani, Karli's deceased adoptive mother. It's a dead end for Sam and Bucky as the duo seem to scare off everyone they come in contact with. Sam does manage to have one brief conversation with the refugee, but he refuses to give up any information on Donya. Then we see Zemo outside, approaching a group of children while singing Baba Black Sheep. He dumps a pile of candy in front of them, the same Turkish delight he mentioned to Bucky and Sam inside the Latvian apartment. He tells the group of kids that the candy was his son's favorite. Zemo uses the sweets as a way to dazzle the youngsters and get information out of them. It works like a charm. The little girl reveals when and where Donya's funeral will be. While this seems like the sort of simple, clever tactic you might see on an episode of Law & Order, Zemo's use of the candy actually has a connection to another fictional universe.
Turkish Delight.
Turkish Delight is the candy the White Witch uses in the Chronicles of Narnia to get information out of Edmund Pevensey. It's Edmund's favorite candy, but the White Witch's sweets are also enchanted, making them impossible to resist. In The Whole World is Watching, we finally get to see the Winter Soldier in all his blade-wielding glory. During the high-octane fight with the Flag Smashers at their home base, Bucky shows off his skills, notably his ability to throw and catch a knife by its handle like it's no big deal. The move is a nod to Captain America the Winter Soldier, with Bucky replicating a movie used on Steve Rogers during the street fight scene in the 2014 movie. In The Whole World is Watching, Bucky's knife does a couple more spins than it does in the film. Both scenes, however, show off just how slick Bucky's skills are.
What's with all the knives?
This display of skill is yet another instance of the series referencing the MCU's most memorable moments. It should also be noted that this moment shows Bucky's growth as a character, as he's not willing to kill, which is why he throws the knife next to his opponent's head and not through it. Back when we first met him in The Winter Soldier, in contrast, he had no problem with ending a life. In The Whole World is Watching, Walker kills a Flag Smasher by driving his shield into his chest. This gives us one of the series' most eerie shots, John Walker seen from below as he holds a bloody shield. This specifically invokes a prior moment in Steve Rogers' history, making it all the more clear how dramatically the old Cap differs from the new Cap. In Captain America Civil War's final battle, Steve uses his shield to smash Iron Man's helmet, instead of landing a blow to the head as the audience expects. Cap digs his shield into Tony's arc reactor, which puts his suit out of commission. Steve easily could have killed or seriously injured Tony in that moment, but that's not who he is. He uses his shield as a way to subdue his opponent instead of killing him. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier employs cinematography reminiscent of what's used in that Civil War scene, making for a unique and potent callback. Walker doesn't have a personal history with this Flag Smasher as Steve does with Tony, but he also doesn't have the ability to stop himself and assess the situation, which makes him highly dangerous. There's a darkness inside of Walker, which has been emphasized by the super soldier serum running through his veins. Steve doesn't have that darkness in him, making him a much better Captain America on all fronts.
That shield doesn't belong to you. You don't deserve it.
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about the Marvel Cinematic Universe are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.